May I come?
Come.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Please sit down.
Good afternoon. Thank you, sir.
आयुष,
Yes, sir.
किसका कोट मांग के पहन के आए हो?
सर ये फ्रेंड का है.
हैं?
फ्रेंड का है.
लग रहा है वो.
Yes, sir.
है ना? ठीक बोला?
Yes, sir.
ओके. अपना सूट है?
और सर सिल्वा ने दिया है.
सिलवाने दो. Alright. Okay. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please tell us something about yourself.
Sir, I was born and raised in town Faridpur of Bareilly district in Uttar Pradesh. And sir, I have completed my school education from Bareilly itself. And sir, for engineering, I went to NIT Uttarakhand. And sir, I have completed it by 2020. And sir, after which I have joined Samsung Data System as a senior executive and worked as a software developer. And sir, in the same period, I have also been completed my post-graduation in economics from Indira Gandhi National Open University. And sir, this is my first attempt at civil services examination.
Okay, very good. So, getting a young officer in the civil services is what we all look for.
Yes, sir.
So, anyway, welcome to the interview, to the mock. Okay. If you know, recently the Madhya Pradesh High Court
Yes, sir.
castigated the Madhya Pradesh government for bulldozer justice.
Sir,
Okay.
okay, sir.
They said it should be the last resort, it cannot be the first action by the administration.
Yes, sir.
But UP does it day in and day out. Do you think is UP justified
Sir,
in delivering this quick retribution than following due process?
sir, I may not be aware about the legal technicalities, but I think due process must be followed in there also. But I think, sir, in some extreme measures, extreme conditions, some extreme measures are being taken by the district administrations. Sir, considering the crime nature in India, sir, UP has taken a strong resolve to curb the crime from its very beginning, and sir, also a strong resolve against the land mafias which are being in the Uttar Pradesh. So I think the move is due to that only.
But it's UP is excellent that way. The Home Minister of UP says that if there is somebody does commit a crime,
Yes, sir.
and by the time he reaches the next chauraha, uska Ram Naam Satya ho jana chahiye. Do you think this is democracy at best?
Sir, I think it is not the democracy at best, but the concerns of minister was to curb the criminal tendencies to make the deterrent effect so that the crime does not occur in the first place itself. So the overall objective is to raise the cost of doing the crime rather the benefits which the criminal may perceive.
Who is the Home Minister of UP?
So I'm not recalling the name.
You don't recall the name?
Yes,
Okay. Punjab militancy
Yes, sir.
had at one point in time come to UP and Uttarakhand. Which region was it confined to and why did it emerge there? From Punjab to UP and Uttarakhand.
So I'm not very sure, but I think it was concentrated in the western UP region.
What is common between Punjab and Western UP?
So first of all, I think it is the geographical advantage which both the Punjab as well as the Western UP, both the region are well irrigated by the river systems.
Okay, all right. Recently, FICCI, few months back,
Yes, sir.
FICCI
Yes, sir.
said that we want industries to make responsible use of AI.
Yes, sir.
What is responsible use of AI?
So I think responsible use is making that AI systems to be well resilient so that they do not, they first of all during their training, they take the concerns of the privacy of data during the training, and during the deployment, they do take that their results are well audited and take care of the consumer concerns also, like the experimental data should not be served to the larger public. but it should have a robust procedure behind it.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. Ayush,
Yes, sir.
India's economic inequality is a serious issue. Who are the economists who studied inequality, economic disparity among the people?
Sir, I didn't get the question, please.
Inequality,
Yes, sir.
disparity in income and
Yeah.
wealth
Yes, sir.
is an issue.
Yes, sir.
There are billionaires, there are people who are starving and dying.
Yes, sir.
Inequality, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Who are the economists, who are the famous economists who studied this?
So I think the economist one I'm remembering is Thomas Piketty,
Yes.
who have mentioned in its research the data about the Indian economy and its inequalities.
What is his solution for that?
So the solution I think would be to make the capability approach should be the solution.
That is Amartya Sen.
Yes, sir.
Thomas Piketty also says the same.
So I don't think so.
What does Joseph Stiglitz say?
So I'm not sure.
Okay, what does Keynesian economics say what we should do in Indian economy now?
So Keynesian economics focus on the demand side, and if there is a lack of demand, the Keynesian economy recommend by the fiscal measures we should increase the demand.
Now, is Keynesian relevant to India's present context?
So it was not relevant in previous decades, but it is getting relevant nowadays because the nature of employment, which is moving from disguised unemployment to more open nature, and also so the capacity of Indian sector, which is getting responsive to the demands, is also increasing. So Keynesian becoming relevant.
Yeah, it is becoming relevant because job creation, development of the infrastructure,
Yes, sir.
all those things are happening.
Yes, sir.
What is India's debt GDP ratio?
So I think it is 84% of general government.
How much?
84%.
Are you sure?
So I may
Anyway,
not have-
don't worry. How deepfake is used for defrauding?
So it may be used to impersonate someone's and
I want the technology, how machine learning, whatever dimensions.
so deepfakes are generated by using two softwares. First of all, one software recognizes the actual person, and the second person try to find the relevant faults in it, and the process is repeated till the time the second software fails to differentiate between the actual personality and the deepfake. Then it is considered as a deepfake.
So, different components, you see natural voice recognition,
Yes, sir.
face recognition,
Yes, sir.
and data, deep learning,
Yes, sir.
how these all used in deepfake. You are telling app as a computer engineer how it is getting into application. Don't worry, don't
So
worry.
I'm not sure about the applications.
Samsung, you are doing software development.
Yes, sir.
How integrity testing is done after developing the software?
So integrity testing.
The software is fine, debugged, it is ready to use.
So I have seen the overall testing framework, but I have not come across the integrity testing part of it.
You did develop software?
Yes, I was in
What
development.
is software development life cycle?
So we start with the business requirement, and then there are several steps like requirement analysis and design of the software developer and deployment.
Okay, last question. UP 1 trillion economy.
Yes, sir.
Manufacturing sector, how much it will contribute? Service sector, agriculture.
So in
What is the present state? What it should be?
so I am
finally?
aware about the present status only.
What is the present status?
So present.
Okay, you think of. Sir.
Ayush,
Yes, sir.
You did your computer science from NIT Uttarakhand,
Yes, sir.
and you didn't want to go for higher studies to the US?
No, sir. I do not have interest in pursuing higher studies in the relevant field. I want to switch.
Recently, it was in news. Which is the highest nationality of immigrants in US last year?
Sir, I have not read the news, but I think it was either India or the China.
No,
Then, sir, I am not sure.
Mexico.
Yes, sir.
Mexico
Mexico.
was the top one.
Okay, sir.
About 1.1 lakh people went from Mexico out
Okay.
of 7.6 lakh. What was the position of India?
Sir, I am not sure about it.
Second.
Okay, sir.
You haven't. Okay, let's forget this line of thinking. What is the per capita GDP of India?
So per capita GDP of India it is around 1.93 lakhs.
Okay, about $2,300.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is the per capita income of a developed country?
So there are no specific criteria of developed country, but according to World Bank, high income countries are considered about above $13,000.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
So, how many years will it take for India to become the third largest economy?
So third largest economy India will be when it goes to $5 trillion economy. And so it is projected by 2027 or 28, India will be reaching that spot.
Uh, there is a rule of 70. Do you know rule of 70?
Rule of 70. So I think, if I may guess, so the amount get doubled in that year.
GDP doubles.
Yes, sir.
So, if an average GDP increase is of 7%,
Yes, sir.
which is India's current position,
Yes,
and
sir.
current GDP is 3 trillion,
Yes,
how many years will it take to double the size of this economy? 10 years.
Yes, sir, by 10 years.
So, can we achieve it by 27?
$5 trillion economy. Yes, sir.
We need 10 years from now to double it, which is from 3 to 6.
Sir, I think the economies of scale will factor in, and in the upcoming year, Indian economy will be around $3.9 trillion economy, close to 4 trillion. And in upcoming 2 years, I think it will reach that goal.
All right. Okay, you are interested in Indian ethics. You said in your hobby one of
Yes,
the.
sir.
What do you think about live-in relationships? Ethically, they are correct or not?
So, ethically, if we have to consider that personal choice angle is concerned, then it could be considered as correct. But the overall societal norms which were followed in India, as mentioned by the Allahabad High Court also, that institution of marriage is still relevant in India. It is not becoming obsolete. So, considering that, live-in relationship are not fit bells in the societal overall norms. But on a personal scale, I think it is well fine.
Okay. So the provisions of the UCC,
Yes, sir.
how do you feel? Should it be acceptable? Should it not be acceptable? What is the non-acceptable part?
So the personal laws are reformed on a progressive line, but sir, the non-acceptable part I think would be that registration of the live-in relationship, that first, and second would be the summary inquiry which the registrar is empowered to take. So I think that,
And punishment.
and so yes, sir, punishment.
And the
imprisonment-
punishment.
Imprisonment. that is
Okay.
one.
What do you understand by necklace of diamonds?
So I've not heard that.
String of pearls?
So string of pearls is a strategy of our neighbor China to circumvent the Indian Ocean through it.
So now you can deduce what is necklace of diamonds.
So it would be, I will take a guess that it will create a diamond like by different ports it may
Who
acquire.
will create?
So the China will create.
India will create.
India will
Thank
create.
you.
Okay. Okay, sir. I will read.
Okay.
Okay, Ayush,
Yes, sir.
you come from Bareilly, na?
Yes, sir.
There is one big institute there.
Sir,
Your
are you,
national test level.
sir, it is IBRI.
Yes, IBRI.
Yes, sir.
Can you name any two major achievements or contribution of IBRI?
No, sir, I do not know.
Eh?
I do not follow that, so I do not know.
Have you ever visited IBRI there?
Yes, sir. Once or twice I visited IBRI.
Okay, okay, no issue. Okay, you tell me that recently people have been given Bharat Ratna awards. Huh?
Yes, sir.
How many of them are given recently? I'm talking about recently. And one or two lines about each of them, their contribution.
Sure, sir. So there were 5 Bharat Ratna were given in this year, and so their contributions are like Dr. Swaminathan, which were given due to the Green Revolution, their role in Green Revolution. Second, sir, the Honorable our former Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao. They unleashes the economic reforms of 1991. And sir, third will be Chaudhry Charan Singh, which was the PM as well as the CM of Uttar Pradesh. And sir, he was reforming the land issues in and around the UP and India as a whole. He spearheaded the land reform movements in India. And sir, fourth would be that
Only the fourth.
sir, I just forgot the fourth person.
Fifth.
Yes, sir.
Next, any of the two remaining two? Whom?
Sir, Advani ji was given also.
Yes, you are right.
Yes, sir.
And the last one?
So that I'm forgetting, I think, the name.
Anyhow, Mr. Karpuri Thakur.
Yes, sir, Mr. Karpuri Thakur.
Okay, now you tell me, you have from economics, you have studied economics.
Yes, sir.
We have one department, DPUB.
Yes,
Have
sir.
you heard about it?
Yes, sir.
What is that department?
So it is Department of Public Asset Management.
Full, DPUB, DIPAM.
So it is Department of Investment and Public Asset Management.
Yes. What is its job? What does it do?
So it coordinates the overall investment in the public sector region as well as the disinvestment.
Recently, in the current budget, normally we have disinvestment figures. Huh?
Yes, sir.
This year we did not see disinvestment. It goes into category of others.
Yes, sir.
So why we are not focusing on disinvestment now to meet our fiscal gap?
So I think this investment was not the primary measure through which we are plugging our fiscal deficit. And the secondly, this investment is being taken as an experimental approach given the external situation of the uncertainty in the capital markets. So I think the government has taken a balanced stand to make sure that this investment they will go if the situations are favorable.
So don't you think our situation in the market is already touching record level?
Yes, sir.
So what is the status of our public sector enterprises in the market?
So status as a whole.
How they are performing, I mean to say.
Yes, sir. So recently, I have read an article in which the profit of our public sector has considerably increased. So I think the government is reviewing their disinvestment policies to go disinvestment step by step.
Okay, you tell me, what is this tax buoyancy?
So tax buoyancy is one thing like increase in the tax revenue without any extension of tax rates or the tax basis.
So are we having that situation as a current? What is the, well, we said there is a tax buoyancy in the economy. Do you agree at the moment we are having that?
Yes, sir, we are having that.
Why?
So because the overall figure for tax buoyancy is above 1 and which is considered as a buoyant taxes.
What is tax GDP ratio we are having now?
So the tax GDP ratio is around 11.5%.
And what is the direct tax, which is direct tax collections at this year so far?
So far.
Yes.
Estimated.
Estimated, whatever you have. If you have read about it, it came in the paper 3 days back.
So estimated, I'm not sure, but around 9 lakh crore somewhat.
No, it is much more than that.
Sir, GST was 9
I am
lakh.
talking about your
In-
direct taxes.
Achha.
Okay,
sir,
thank
not
you.
all.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Mr. Ayush,
Yes, sir.
tell me the full form of Ayush in public health.
Sir, Ayush stand for Ayurveda, Yoga and Naturopathy, Unani, Siddha, Swarikpa, and Homeopathy.
So, how useful are these things for the public health? Really, they are workable?
Yes, sir. Public has considerably relied upon these traditional sources for their health. And so, recently there is a considerable push to make sure that Ayush is going to work as a not only in India level but also internationally.
Yeah, fine. So, you are from Uttar Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
Do you know about Srimati Phulan Devi?
Uh,
Phulan Devi.
so I'm not very aware, but she was an rebel, and she have reached from the rebel level to the parliament.
So, I think around she has murdered 400 people,
Yes, sir.
and people of Uttar Pradesh have elected her as a representative to the parliament. So, how do you see this situation?
So because she have not murdered exactly, but she was fighting the injustice which the people of that caste or that group were having. So people considered her as a representative, and when she gave up the violence, the people choose her to represent themselves.
Yeah. Okay. So Uttar Pradesh was once upon a time is known as one of the Bimaru states,
Yes, sir.
but today it has transformed into a third largest GDP state in the country.
Yes, sir.
So how this transformation is possible?
So there are many factors, and sir, first of all is the considerable push to the investment, which is second, sir, the infrastructure expansion, and we have made our weaknesses, which was like riverine routes, and we have made that weaknesses to our strong points, like by expanding the road, rail infrastructure. So thirdly would be the strong law and order situation, which is prevailing in Uttar Pradesh, and so due to which lot of foreign investment as well as the investment for all other states is coming in India to Uttar Pradesh. So I think these are the basic points due to which the Uttar Pradesh is improved.
So recently the Chief Minister has announced that Uttar Pradesh is targeted towards achieving $1 trillion economy
Yes, sir.
in the next 2 years.
Yes, sir.
So what measures that the government may have to take to achieve this goal?
So the government have to facilitate the private sector and to make sure that private sector are coming in different regions of Uttar Pradesh as well as the different sectors of economy. And so for which aim, UP government has reformed many of the policies like startup policies, land acquisition policies, and there are many attractive policies for investment like capital subsidies, subsidies on land acquisition. So these are the things which the government is taking. So secondly is new sectors like sunrise sectors are being also explored. And so thirdly, tourism is getting more push in Uttar Pradesh. So I think these are the broad points on which the Uttar Pradesh is getting developed.
And what is the contribution of law and order in the economic growth and development of UP?
So I think peace is the prime importance for having economic development. So if the law and order situation is well and fine, then only the investment as well as the perception of people towards it will improve. So law and order is a very much important non-economic factor for economic development.
Can you list out a couple of things that the government has undertaken, measures taken by the government of UP to improve the law and order in the state?
Yes, sir. So Uttar Pradesh has taken a dual phase. First of all, a very strong phase for the criminals, for their zero tolerance policy. And so for the people, they have taken very people-centric measures also, like increase in the police forces that has increased the visibility of forces among the public. Second is the use of technology, drone surveillances through the artificial intelligence measures these are taking. Cameras are being put in places. And so for the safeties of women, so the PSC battalion of women are also being in Uttar Pradesh. So I think these are the measures for Uttar Pradesh for law and order.
So is it true that, as is being displayed in the media, that Uttar Pradesh is building a bulldozer culture?
Sir, I think it is a media-made narrative. But sir, Uttar Pradesh, I think, had followed and until now had followed the due processes of law. And sir, the sporadic incidences which are being displayed, I think these are not in totality. These are just displayed by the media, and these are highlighted and amplified through the social media also. But sir, given the criminal natures in India, Uttar Pradesh has taken a strong resolve to make sure that the crime does not happen at the first place itself.
Yes. Finally, who won the economics Nobel Prize in the 2023?
So it was given to Mrs. Claudia Golden for her work in the to show the representation of women in the economic participation.
So, do you agree with her opinion?
Yes, sir, I agree because it was backed by very scientific data and analysis of it.
Fine. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So, Ayush,
Yes, sir.
we complete our interaction with you.
Yes, sir.
So, what is your self-assessment?
So I think I have to read more on content first of all that, and sir, mm, articulation could be more better.
How?
So by framing answers and taking a pause, I think that will
Right.
do the trick.
Okay. You know. Okay. What else?
Sir, as the sir have talked about some things about technologies, I have to read on the.
All right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let's get on. Your appearance. Will you go with the beard or remove it for the interview?
So I will remove beard as well as the change my appearance also.
Change your appearance.
I have different suit tie.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine. You explained it, so
Yes,
no
sir.
need to repeat it. Okay. When is the interview?
So it is on 8th of March.
So you have plenty of time,
Yes, sir.
and hair needs to be well kept.
Yes, sir. That I am aware of.
It should be properly. You should be properly groomed.
Yes, sir.
Right. The other thing is you during the interview sometimes you become somnolent almost.
What's
You-
up?
Okay. You talk very softly, and you are barely sometimes feels that one has to strain one's ears to listen to you.
Okay.
Speak a bit loudly,
Okay, sir.
and let there be more energy of youth in you.
Okay, sir.
When you enter, there is no spark in your eyes. There is no excitement or liveliness of facing a board and having an intellectual debate is not there.
Sir, I will try to have that.
So that excitement should show on your persona.
Okay, sir.
That josh should be there,
Okay, sir.
right? So you are young. So, and also listen carefully to the question.
Okay, sir.
Listen carefully. Give yourself a moment, as you said, pause.
Yes, sir.
Just pause before you answer.
Okay, sir.
That time is adequate to let you frame your answer properly.
Okay, sir.
Your delivery will become better.
Okay, sir.
You are very good at times, outstanding. But at times you are not.
Okay, sir.
Like in the case of Phulan Devi.
Yes, sir.
What you said will mean that you don't respect rule of law. You said no, she did not murder. She in fact rebelled and she
Out against injustice.
fought the injustice.
Okay, okay, sir.
So you feel that so every girl who is raped, every person who meets injustice has the right to kill the other.
No, sir. I just
So will
realized,
this be society worth living?
sir, realize the thing, I think.
So this is what you said.
Okay, sir.
I didn't say.
Yes,
This
sir.
is what you said. So she was a bandit.
Yes, sir.
डकैत थी तो डकैत थी.
Okay, sir.
right? Ki she killed, it was way more than that. And the legal system, she was punished also. But after some time, she came back and she fought the elections. So that's people's will. But you don't have to justify her violence as meeting the injustice in
Okay.
its face, right? So
Okay.
just be careful of how you phrase. The rule of law is supreme.
Yes, sir.
Nobody is allowed to take law into his or her hands.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Sure, sir.
So just be careful of these and look at your DAF.
Okay, sir.
Economics, budget, you need to work.
Yeah.
Current affairs also, you need to work,
Okay,
right?
sir.
You have time. Go through it. Prepare a question, mental question bank. Provide answers to that and try to speak with authority,
Okay, sir.
with confidence.
Sure, sir.
That would ensure that you sail through in your first attempt itself. You are a very good candidate. All the very best to you.
Okay, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir.
All right, then go on. You can leave. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You can leave.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.